Hey, hey, hey. What's up, UCB Family? Uncommon Bond podcast back again. Just for the brief one here, as you can see, we on vacation mode right now. And you know what comes before vacation? Graduation. And we have a couple of graduations to discuss briefly right now before we get about the building. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, like, subscribe, share, all that, all that, all that. It takes time. It takes time. It takes time. And we're going to build this brick by brick. So let's get right into it. Before we do, from Portugal, I have a Porto wine here, presidential Porto. All right. So y'all stop messing with that big y'all know y'all have peoples in your family, or maybe you yourself, that got that Taylor port, got that port wine sitting in the corner, that big gallon bottle, man, beginning your headaches. Chill, step it up. Presidential Porto, right? Straight from Portugal, 19% alcohol volume. Get you straight. You don't need a lot, just a little taste. You heard? L'chaim. Anyway, let's get to these graduations. Okay, so the first case we're going to talk about is at LaGuardia College in NYC. We're talking about Kadia Iman. She graduated and was getting her degree. So what I'll do is I'll paint the picture for you. We have two lines, a procession, two lines of graduates walking down with a person, a lady in the middle, who basically has a mic in her hand, and she is holding it for you to say your name, just your name, and then you go, and then she goes like that to the next person. So at no point, although it was falsely reported by Iman herself, was any mic taken from anybody, because no mic was given to anybody. The officiant speaker was holding and allowing students, graduates, to say their name into the mic so that, they could properly be represented, instead of, how it is back in the day when we graduated, or when other officiants were in charge of the names. Sometimes, especially with us, man, they butcher our names, say it all wrong, and then, that moment is kind of lost. So I thought it was commendable for them to let people say their own name, although I am questioning some of the protocols that they were doing. I don't get a lot of the situations going on there. And other students did speak up about how they didn't like what was going on there either. However, I digress. So the situation goes where people are walking down, saying their names, no problem. Some people were actually sneaking in things like, saying their name and then, "I love you, mom," or "Big up Jamaica," and things of that nature. And according to Iman, she felt like colored people, because the person holding the mic was a Caucasian lady, older Caucasian lady. She felt like when it came to our people, the mic was being removed a little bit faster. That was her belief. And so when she went to say her name, she felt like the mic was taken too soon. She does have a longer name than Kadia Iman. This is what she goes by, but she does have a longer name. And she felt she didn't get all syllables out. And so at a point, not sure exactly when, but there was a kerfuffle and a struggle. She went up to that older lady and literally ripped the mic out of this elderly woman's hand, pretty much tossing her away almost to the floor, taking the mic, saying her name, saying that she didn't like that her moment was taken from her, and she's going to have her moment. And today is all about me. Today is all about me. I'm going to have my moment. She says her name and says that she graduated today, and slams the mic and walks off. Now on the social media, a lot of people are saying things like, "Proud of you, girl. I'm glad they didn't steal your moment. That's right. Stand up for what you believe in. XYZ. Congratulations," and all that. This is what I'm going to say. Congratulations to the graduate. You worked hard for this moment and to have this degree and moving forward into your life to be better prepared to service the work field, the workforce, in whatever capacity you want, or be an entrepreneur, either or, right? But you worked hard, you deserve it, you have your moment. This is what I will say. There's a way to handle things. I'm not into race baiting. Yes, we have been underappreciated. Yes, we have been underestimated. Yes, we have been put in a race where others have head starts, where we are starting from behind the eight ball, so to speak. And we have a lot to deal with. So I'm not taking away any years of frustration or uh, trauma that can be built up over years when it comes to dealing with other races and just being in certain positions where we feel marginalized and just taken advantage of. I get the frustration. In this moment, I'm going to say, I'm going to call bullshit. I don't think that what was happening was exactly what she said. One, she didn't take the mic from you because she never gave the mic to anybody. Two, I'm not sure where her vantage point was, but how do you know that every Black person, and that's not what I witnessed. I saw a few people go down there, and if people had time to say their name and big up Jamaica or big up their moms or say, you know, I love you, dad, and or things of that nature, and some of those people were brown, then I'm not buying that something was done to you purposely. I'm not gonna say something wasn't done. Maybe the mic was moved too soon, but purposely, nah, I'm not going for it. And what I also feel is that when it comes to these situations, we have to be better equipped to handle ourselves, right? So when we go through elementary school in our formal years, you know, 1 through 6, middle school, and then high school, we learn something called um, conflict resolution, right? How to handle things, how to deal with our peers without fighting, without having violent reactions. And although every situation has its certain protocols, in that situation, young lady, you have to handle yourself differently. There's a way to get what you need without going that route. Meaning, sure, you could have stood there, said your name. If you thought the mic moved too fast, don't move. Stay right there and say to her, hey, listen, I didn't get to finish my name. I would like to state my name. And if she says you have to move on, you can politely refuse and stand right there, holding up the procession, which would then bring either more attention or another officiant over. And then you can explain why you're not moving because you weren't able to say your full name, and you will gladly move once you are able to state your full name and move forward. That's how you handle things, right? As an adult, as a grown person, as a young lady, a young brown lady that's going to do great things, I hope, in your life. That's not how we handle ourselves publicly. On top of that, the backdrop of all of this is then she leaves a statement, right? This is her statement. To everyone saying I should be embarrassed or I'll never get a job. One, anyone who thinks that this young lady has fear of embarrassment does not understand the lengths she went to get that microphone. Embarrassment is the last thing on her mind. Let's get that out the way. She ain't got no problem being embarrassed. She goes on to say, I'm a Black woman in America. I am always in the right. I'm a Black woman in America. I am always in the right. Nah, yeah, I can't, nah. You will not gaslight me into thinking I'm the bad guy. I did it for girls that look like me. Love you. So here's what I'm going to say again. If you want to do things for girls like you, this is what we need. This is how we need to be represented as young ladies with class and etiquette. We don't need our little brown girls following that example. We need our little brown girls understanding that when something goes wrong, there's a way to address it. There's a way to handle it without losing all class, without performing or doing anything that comes off crass, rude, or just quite simply ridiculous, like wrestling with somebody over a microphone. And let me tell you something, that older white lady had quite a grip. I don't know if I would have fought for that mic that bad. It would have been one tug, and I'd have been like, you got it, fam. Do whatever you want to do, because I'm not falling in this grass for nobody. All right. But to Kadia Iman, I just want to say, one, you were wrong. You could have handled that way better. Okay. And We don't want our little brown girls being represented in such fashion. We don't want our little brown girls thinking that that is okay to do. What we want is for to be looked at a certain way, to be respected a certain way, and to be held in high regard publicly by all races, including our own. That's what we want. We don't want the example that you put on. So I'm in total disagreement with what happened on that day at LaGuardia College. So in any event, let's move it to another situation. We're going to put that one to bed. The second situation happened in Philadelphia High School for girls. We have 17-year-old Hafsah Abdul-Rahman, and she was graduating high school. Wonderful thing, beautiful day. And this young girl, looking great in all white, is ready to receive her diploma. And to set the stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what the rules are at the Philadelphia High School for Girls. The rule at this school is to not cheer, do not clap, and do not shout until all the people receive their diplomas, their awards, and certificates. And although that sounds very nice, that is not what we're here for. Okay? This is a graduation. This is a celebration, a culmination of years, 4 years to be exact, sometimes 5, of educational greatness, of conquering, of proving yourself worthy, of self-validation and validation of all the things that you put up with, went through, studied, worked hard for, and now here you are in front of your peers, your family members, staff, faculty, and you get to be applauded for the work you've done. Ain't nobody going to no graduation for this. Because if that's the case, how about we just mail the diplomas, right? Let's not even have a situation where we're giving them caps and gowns. Let's not have music. Let's not have a procession. Let's not have keynote speakers, a valedictorian, salutatorian. Let's do away with all of that. Forget it. Because if I'm not clapping and I'm not having a good time and I'm not able to cheer for my loved ones, why are we gathering here? Let's go to, to a steakhouse and just bust it down there. Have a good time. So why are we talking about this? Because in this moment, the principal for this school took it upon herself to allow ego and pride and just pure stubborn hard-headedness to overrule what is a monumental event in a young person's life. Young Miss Rahman got up. She did the Griddy, the dance where they, hop around. And literally, the amount of what I just did is what she did standing up. Took about 2 seconds. There was a light chuckle. When I say there was a light chuckle, there was a light chuckle. It wasn't like the facility erupted in laughter. The whole crowd busts out laughing. There was a slight chuckle. Google it, check it out, listen. You will see for yourself. You will hear for yourself. There's also video proof to prove nobody in her family made any noise, because before she got up, she looked directly into the crowd toward wherever her family was sitting and said like this: "Don't do anything, because I'm about to get up here. I'm about to get busy." You heard? So she got up. She did her Griddy. She sticks her hand out to receive her diploma, and this principal decides to not give it to her, pump faked her, and then it was like nodded her head and kind of shooed her off to the left for the next person. Principal said to her, "You are not getting your diploma because you made the crowd chuckle." That's a quote. That's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. So this 17-year-old girl is now in control of a couple of people who found what she did to be slightly humorous. And you, as a principal, in your grown adult ass state, decided in that moment you weren't going to give her her diploma. The moment she's been waiting for, the moment that she worked for 4 years, you were going to allow your pride and your ego to get in the way of her once in a lifetime situation. Yeah, she got the diploma backstage. We get that. What about the moment? In the moment, she didn't get anything. She got an awkward head nod and move along. And that ain't cool. This is what she said, right? She said in a statement, you don't even know who I'm graduating for. You know what that says? That represents years of oppression. It represents perhaps being the first, second, third person in a huge family to get a diploma from high school, because a lot of our families do have first generation graduates, whether it's college, high school, all of those things. And sometimes, or most of the time, or all the time, when that situation happens, you are graduating for all the generations before you that put you first, that sacrificed and did things to put you in a position to win publicly. How many of her family members were sitting up there waiting for that moment to take a picture of their daughter, their grandchild, their niece, their goddaughter, their cousin, big sis, little sis, that moment to snip their camera of receiving that paper and moving along? And you took that from her. Because for 2 seconds, she danced and someone chuckled. You cannot be serious. Check yourself. That whole school system needs to have a meeting in the off season and figure out what to do next year, because I'm guaranteeing you, this ain't it. And I get it. My people, we like to celebrate. We like to have a good time. That's my baby. Yeah, boy. Yeah, get it. You know what I'm saying? We are those people because we are so elated, so happy to see our young people do greater things than we ever thought we could do on any platform, on any stage. We are so happy to rejoice in their greatness. So I get it. Sometimes we go a little overboard. Forgive us. Forgive us, because we're just that damn happy that somebody in our family is doing it the right way. And in that moment, for a 2-second dance and a light chuckle, I'm talking to the principal now, took your ego, your little school rules, and put them ahead of this young lady receiving a monumental event for herself and her family. You took that away. Wonderful job. Great job. I hope you're proud of yourself, because that ain't it. This young lady was 100% right in her actions. I have no problems with what she did. And I don't understand how a rule could come out like that where people can't celebrate their individualized people that they've come to celebrate. It's ridiculous. The Philadelphia school system did come out with an announcement saying that and she wasn't the only one that was not able to get her diploma. There was a couple others. That although those children got their awards later, their diplomas later, they do not stand behind that activity. They think it was not right, and they will be addressing it moving forward. So I do applaud the Philadelphia school system, that district, for stepping up and making a statement saying that what that principal did was not right, was not correct, and they're going to, moving forward, make sure that that type of activity does not happen again, so that these young people can get the awards and the accolades and the celebration, the claps, the applause, and the love that they deserve when they walk across that stage, because that's what it's about. I still remember getting dressed on my, you know what I'm saying, putting the cap on, the gown. Like, it's a thing. It's a beautiful thing. My daughter's graduating college next year. Listen here. I don't know what I'm going to do, but she going to hear me. She going to know I'm there. I ain't going to embarrass. I ain't going to go crazy. But she gonna know Pop Duke's in the audience. And he let me know that he loved me and he's proud of me. Ain't nobody taking that away. But yeah, kudos to the Philadelphia school system for coming out with that announcement. And shame on you, principal. That was horrible. Put your thoughts in the comments. We have a box there, on YouTube, We've been around for a little while now. So please, friends, don't be afraid to tell your other friends to come on through, okay? Like I said, when it comes to Kadia Iman from LaGuardia College, I believe she was totally wrong in that instance. We don't need to be making those type of moves in public. Okay, young lady, we need to be better because we are brown and we are bad and we are all of the things that are beautiful in this world. We don't need to paint our picture like that. And we don't need to race bait because I don't really believe that was a racial thing. I don't. I could be wrong. That's opinion. My opinion is not Bible. But I believe in that instance, the young sister was wrong. Doesn't mean that she's stupid. Doesn't mean that, we need to now shun her. It just means that wasn't it, sis. You want to lead the right way. And when it comes to young Hafsah Abdul-Rahman, the 17-year-old girl from Philly, salute to you, ma. Glad you got your diploma. Know you're going to do great things. And you did nothing wrong, sweetheart. You did nothing wrong. You gritty, girl. You gritty across that stage, girl. And if somebody want to chuckle, that's okay. Now, I'm going to call out a Karen when I see one. And principal, you looking type Karenish. You need to chill. Stop that. Get that girl her diploma. She worked hard. UCB, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Love y'all. Stay up. Stay blessed. Be safe. Happy summer. We'll be back in the building at some point. G Gorgeous, Gift the Gab, MC, R&B Reem, King Picasso, the GOG, and me, Bottom Shelf Steph, here, holding it down. Family, come on. Stay with me. Holla at me. Load the comment box up. I just want to have conversation. I want to know, what do you guys think about what I said today? Do you think that I'm wrong? Because I could very well be wrong, and maybe somebody was there and you know what happened. Hit me up. Let's go. Let's have this conversation. Otherwise, man, be safe, be well. Peace and love, UCB. We out of here. Peace.